Out now comes the Cowboys punter. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. First carry now for Keyshawn Vaughn. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. You look at this Cowboy defense. Now they're currently 21st, Charles, in the NFL against the run.
And this game for them is all about the line of scrimmage. Winning that battle, using their leverage, being the low man with power to take the offensive linemen and run them back into their own backfield and try and create some lost yardage plays.
So they'll get nothing out of that play. 3rd and 7 now. Well, this defense for the Cowboys much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down and they're playing with extreme confidence.
3rd down from the gun, McCarthy. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And to the 49-yard line, but no further. And obviously he is well short of the first. That's going to bring up 4th down. Only a gain of 2 there.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff. And just
hey, my fault. I just realized where I was at. I'm finna take a false start and punt it. I ain't crossed the 50.
Plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
And they'll get him down up past the 15. They went 3-and-out on their first drive. Things already looking better here, 1st and 10.
Yeah, that's a nice pickup there, especially when it comes on the heels of a 3-and-out the first time you have the ball. They were determined to not have that happen again, and that's a nice throw for their first down of the game.
So that last play gives them a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. Prescott now. His throw here is incomplete.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
They'll run on 1st down. Cooley, and a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Now inside the 25. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, for the offense, it looked like that drive had the makings of something good. They were starting to hit a groove, but the defense clearly had other ideas, not only to force the turnover, but to handle the scoring themselves.
Yeah, no panic in their eyes, was there, partner? Think about it this way. A Hall of Fame coach once told me the best characteristic he liked out of his teams was that they didn't flinch. This group, they got pushed back in an early series, kept their composure, and made a big play that swung the momentum their way.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get him next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Here's 2nd and 10. Prescott to throw it. Short throw caught by Pitts. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down. To the air again, Prescott. Quick slant to Watson. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 37. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Here's Prescott. That's Waddle. He's got the catch on the out route. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. Prescott yet again. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So 1st and goal and a chance to make amends for the earlier pick 6. Now Prescott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ronnie Bell, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Cowboys are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. So we're back to a one-point game now as the kickoff comes. And we will not have a return. Bring this to the 30. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Looking to throw McCarthy. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
That one caught downfield by Watson. Touchdown, Cowboys! A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll make this a 6-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Mason. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. The Vikings sit 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Working out of the gun is McCarthy. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And this is caught at the 20. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there. 63 yards. And the Vikings are an extra point away from taking the lead. Now the try here for the point after. And this puts him on top by a penny. It's 14-13. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the...
Oh, his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick six.
And Brandon, coaches tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt Charles with that pick six.
And it feels like the whole team's infected right now, doesn't it? It's not just been one person. It's kind of been a group effort where the mistakes have happened. Can they put that aside, kind of start over, and put together a nice drive?
16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Here's Prescott. Over the middle, complete. That's Watson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 16 more on that one and another first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On first down, Cooley. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Now Prescott. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A big play there on the catch and run, and it'll give them a fresh set of downs.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a first and goal.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. They'll try to run this one in, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great play there. His third rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys are back within a couple of the lead. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And this is now a 1-point game. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side.
He's got a man, complete. Breaks through the contact. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. 76 yards. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And that is how you retaliate after getting scored on one play. Big pass downfield, and you hit the end zone.
Almost feels like two boxers just throwing haymakers at each other, doesn't it? One connects with a big one, the other comes right back. Okay, I'll show you. And he attacked him right back on the first play of the drive, and hit him big.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They came out not so hot. The first quarter, they were sputtering a little bit, but they seem to have stayed the course and really righted the ship here in the second.
Let's face it, all the preparation that goes into getting ready for a game, all the scouting reports, the practice, the repetition, sometimes you hit a little bit of a lull to start things off. Maybe you get a little flat, but if you put in that time, you put in that effort, it can come back to you, and that's what we're seeing so far.
Now can they keep that momentum going? Looking to throw. Prescott. That's down the field and caught by Pitts. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Mac Jones, 53 yards. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And this is now a one-point game. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. To the air with McCarthy. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. Here's a diving catch right side. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
I felt that one all the way up here. How about that big man laying out and making that catch?
Yeah, that wasn't a 180-pound wideout. That was a tight end. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. get that out wide to Waddle. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. They work now on 2nd and 9. To throw is Prescott. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
You guys have been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball that coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Prescott got his man complete over the middle. That's Lamb. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They'll try and run for it. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And that will force a turnover on downs. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with a 1-point lead, you'd have to think they'll be looking just to get this to halftime. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
To the right goes Mason. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They've reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. He's got it at the 15. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there. 67 yards as his guys are able to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 8. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Prescott from the gun. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. And with that last play. Now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Rayshon Jenkins picks it off.
And the Vikings are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Well, this is... Tough game to figure out when it comes to him throwing the football. He's got the 3 touchdown passes, but now, Charles, this is a 3rd interception.
And those aren't really numbers that you'd like to see balance out. In a normal ledger sheet, if you can balance everything, you feel good about your day. But as a quarterback, you need your ratio to be more like 3 touchdown passes to 1 interception.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
They'll run again with Mason. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Here's McCarthy. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
Escapes the defender. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Mason going to get it on first down.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. Throwing is McCarthy.
This is caught by Evans. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal. And the tight end goes in motion left.
Straight ahead, here's Mason.
They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on first and goal.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. And they'll run again. And he'll be stopped up short as the tackle is made at about the 3.
Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Were you as surprised as I was that they actually ran it on 2nd down there? I thought that they would go ahead and throw it in every situation here.
They've thrown for 3 touchdown passes. Now here, I think they probably go back to the air.
Yeah, I think so. But ordinarily, 2nd down is when you run your play fake, your play action, show run, and throw the ball. Now they brought up 3rd down and allowed to throw it anyway.
Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. And think about it, that's a pretty important second-half field goal, Charles. That now stretches this to 2 possessions and really kind of ratchets up the pressure on that opposing sideline.
It certainly does, because that interception and adding a field goal to it, that puts them in firm control of this game right now. They're about one more big stop from putting this thing absolutely out of reach.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. Shifts by him. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A big play that time on the catch and run. 31 yards.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. Third quarter here, 2nd and 10. Milton. He finds his man, complete. It's Lamb. It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lick at the end of that one. Now Milton. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Milton now to throw. This is caught. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely to pick up the catch. Not much yardage afterwards.
One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there with his second touchdown of the night. And the Cowboys have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Extra point attempt here still to come. And the lead is down to 4. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's 2nd down.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Now 2nd and 3. Now McCarthy. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Running left, Mason. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
And he's got this down to the 35. 55 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Now a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. McCarthy. Rush coming, and he's taken down. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. Back to throw. McCarthy. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Cowboys are right back in this football game. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 80 yards.
We talk so much about run after the catch or rack. A term coined by our very own, the coach, John Madden, the legendary one himself. And you definitely won't find a better illustration of it than right here. He's going to take this one, and away he goes. Nearly takes it the length of the field before finally being tracked down.
A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple. Here's Milton. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Cowboys have taken a 4th quarter lead. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Here comes 2nd down. Looking to throw. McCarthy. Flushed out. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. What a way to wrap up the week. Now a big play. It's 3rd down. He's back to throw. Pass complete. It's Hawkinson. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. They'll indeed go. Here's McCarthy. Going back to the same well. It's Hawkinson again. And he is going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the 1st and save a timeout.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Completes this to Addison out left. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 2 timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute. Extra point attempt to come here. And that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. This is 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. That's complete to Lamb. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter.
Well, that certainly has to feel good, and it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
He'll look to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And that is incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football in the second half, that's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Back to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 21.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Prescott to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
Here's second down and 3. Back to throw. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it. And this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Here's first and 10. Looking to throw McCarthy. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25. Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to potentially send us to overtime. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
To throw, it's Milton. Steps away. And this is going to be intercepted. He may go. And he will be out of bounds. So, partner, that means we got some free football. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, they fought hard to reach this point, Charles, and now what an opportunity. They've got the ball first, a chance to take this overtime win away from the hostile crowd.
And you know, as the quarterback steps into the huddle, the first thing he's telling his team is, remember, we need 6, not 3. So we don't need a good drive. We need a great drive. And this is what they've been planning for. It's time to execute and take it downfield, even against all these odds.
Short gain there to start overtime.
Almost a tester play, wasn't it? Wanted to see if the guys on defense were going to fit the gaps the correct way, because we're in overtime. So it's not just physical tiredness out there, right? Mentally, are you still doing what you're supposed to do? And they were up to the task on that play.
And certainly fatigue on both sides of the football. He hits his target, left side, Watson. A broken tackle, but couldn't create much space. Down just beyond the 35. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Throwing is Milton. And this pass broken up. The contact well tight. And now 4th down. The temptation to go for it probably there. Always is, especially in overtime. Got to punt it, though.
I think you're right. I think that you absolutely have to punt it away and trust your defense, especially play a little field position here. But you're so right about the temptation. Another way to satisfy that, though, line up in punt formation and fake it. That's another way to get it done.
On 4th down, Milton. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. To throw is Milton. He finds his man, complete. That's Lamb. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. What they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That can give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward, and it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off, but in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. Hoping to keep this OT drive alive. Now they face a 3rd and 2. Operating from the gun. Milton. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Shaping up to be a very efficient opening drive here in overtime.
And can you feel the tension building? Because I'm feeling it. All right, I've got the sweaty palms here with each play because of the enormity of what's going on. Each play means so much in overtime, and they're handling it well as this drive continues.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They'll get that out wide to Waddle. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Once you get into the red zone, space is at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free. That one's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And this will be caught. It's a touchdown. An absolute stunned silence here as they have come in and